There I sit, broken-hearted.
Because I just want to be thought.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Allan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Matthew? I am confused. I just opened up the text message you sent me.
Yeah, for you. Welcome to the 109th edition of the Black Link. So I was testing links. Right, so I sent one to Allan that he would certainly get.
Nice!
So, right. Welcome to the 109th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast, the third most popular podcast in the back of the Dollar General near my house. We're so glad you joined us, and we appreciate your support so very much. You can keep up with us at blcpodcast.com, and please drop us a like or a follow on X, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok. Please rate us on your favorite podcast platform and tell your friends. I told somebody last night at the Tenacious D show, and he was like, I don't give a shit. And I was like, great, listen to the podcast. We also have a Patreon. No, he was cool, actually. If you're listening, that guy, you're all right. You were really pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, dude.
No, he was cool shit. Like, him and his wife were cool shit. Anyway, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/BLC World. It is bankrupt. And we are, of course, broadcast on the Pop Culture Pros Network. Check them out at popculturepros.com. And now, Dollar Tree's newest employee that will never show up. It's Fred.
I'm gonna work at I work at a Dollar Tree. I sell everything out the bag for 50 cents.
Yeah, 50 best job in the world.
I undercut the shit out of them. Yeah.
I said Dollar Tree. I meant Dollar General. Oh, my bad.
Oh, the General.
I like Dollar General because they're never open. Always a shit show. They never open. Doesn't matter what time you go.
Nope.
Every time I go, they're like, we were open 30 minutes ago. We'll be open in 30 minutes. And I'm like, how does this fucking work?
Yeah.
People in there.
There's always loading. People just walking around the truck.
Yeah, it's doing something. No, sorry.
Yeah. For somebody that has nothing on the shelves, they have a lot of shit in the fucking aisles. Fuck you, Dollar General. Enemy of the show.
The man who puts the art in fart. Allan on TV.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We did not know as of last week if we were going to have a 109th episode. If I'm being totally honest with you, I was worried. I was like auditioning producers, calling in everybody I could find because your boy Allan had a little bit of a health scare. And
Dr. Dre said he would do it.
Dr. Dre was considering it. Eminem said he had a guy. So I asked Snoop, and he was like, "Not with that picture behind."
Oh no, not that Dr. Dre, the one from
no, I meant Dr. Andre Stevenson.
Yeah.
my orthodontist assistant, Dr. Andre Stevenson. He's like, "Just call me Dre," and I'm like, "I don't feel like I can do that." Dr. Andre Horowitz. So anyway, it's like, I'm a podcast producer, Dr. Dre. You never heard of me? We really haven't. So thankfully, like I said, Allan, and we'll let you, of course, say whatever you want to say. But we did. We were temporarily hospitalized, but you are now free as a bird.
Yes, I am,
and we're glad to hear it.
Yeah, yes, I am, and the old heart's working good now. Yeah, it was
what happened. I told Allan we had thousands and thousands of listeners on last week's episode, and he was like, "Oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming to see you." And I said, "Oh shit, here we go."
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
scary, man.
And the thing is, I didn't know. I didn't realize it. If anybody's listening, and you actually think that something's going on, get it checked out.
Right. You gotta take your ass to the hospital, man.
I mean, I went to the hospital and they do that blood work that tells you if you had a heart attack and stuff.
Right.
It showed that I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
No, they were going to send me home.
Yeah.
They were going to send me home. They were like, well,
so like when you got there, were you still like hurting? Like your chest was still hurting?
Yeah, my chest was hurting. And then once I laid down, the pain went away.
Right.
And then they did a CK.
Like, I'm just going to lay from now on, I'm laying down.
Yeah. And
lift your leg and rip a big fart.
I was like, I sat there and I was like, I feel pretty good. And then when my chest would hurt, I'd be like, and then it would feel fine. So
better after that.
I thought it was gas.
Taco Bell. Something's happening to me right now.
Like the pain going up your arm and shit or anything like that?
No. There was no pain in my arm. There was no pain in my jaw. I did have a little bit of pain there, but
huge pain in his ass.
The pain was in our asses. You know
right.
I get that. Like sometimes, like it's crazy because like I puff a little bit sometimes, and as I've gotten older, when I smoke, like I'll get that. Like I'll get like a sensation in my arm. Or in my jaw, and I'm like, oh fucking shit, oh goddamn, and I have to tell myself, it's just weed, man, calm down.
It's just CBD, man. It's just CBD. Future employers of Fred that could potentially.
It was weird because you always, like on TV, they always show the guy doing it on the left side. It was in the center.
It was
in the heart area,
and it spread out.
Yeah,
and
well, that makes sense. So you figured out, like, it sounds like you're like Iron Man.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. I was going to get this thing like Iron Man. So you spent a little time in the hospital, and they did figure out that you apparently had some blockage issues.
Yeah.
Heading into and heading out of your heart. So the freeways were a little clogged up. I'm sure the guy was like, it's just like 85 out there, man. It's hell hard. Everything's clogged up left and right.
He was like, we did 3 stints and they were 100% blocked. He said,
300%.
Like 48 more hours and
you had a heart attack.
And your show would have been
home
fine.
And decided to cut the grass, you would have dropped dead.
Really?
But you know me, I ain't going to cut the grass. So.
Right? Yeah.
He's like, I could live forever.
I was good on that shit.
I would have never died, Doc. I was just going to go lay down for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was like 48 more hours, and I would have been producing your podcast this week.
They fixed
I'm glad you made it out. We're all very relieved. Our thousands and hundreds of thousands of fans around the world sent a lot of money to your GoFundMe.
Yes.
I gave it all to Fred because he said he needed it more. And you were already out.
Hookers and cocaine.
That's what I was like. That was my whole thing.
I can now because I'm good to go.
Yeah.
What's crazy, Fred, is, and this is wild to me, but I never think about it. Allan said the other night before we had our meeting, he was like, I see colors brighter and shit.
Yeah.
That's weird to say, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. You get a little more, action.
Blood flow. Yeah, you got some more blood.
The blood flowing. So, I mean, the grass is green. Everything, the blue, the sky. I was like, man, I never realized how.
The dick is harder.
You got
I don't know because I can't really use it for like a couple of weeks. I mean, he was like, made sure. He was like, don't.
You don't have to use it. Just test it.
Well, no, he said he didn't have to spank the monkey or nothing. He was like, don't.
No, just get it hard.
Well, you don't want to risk it.
Let it go back down.
Well, no, I mean, that works fine.
For the biscuit.
But I can't do, I can't do nothing.
That buttery biscuit.
It's like, okay. Because I always thought, I was like, well, I'll be like that preacher man. I always made fun of that preacher man that died out of a heart attack.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And then I noticed on last week's show, I mentioned us potentially dying and we laughed it up. And I was like,
dude, I'm telling you.
Oh, Jesus. I was like, we shouldn't have done that.
And we keep talking about like celebrities dying every week.
Well, that's the good news. The good news is, Fred, we're not celebrities, so we're gonna live forever. Like they say, fame is fleeting, obscurity is forever.
Forever.
So that's what we're going for. Well, speaking of biscuit, Fred, and thank you again, Allan, for being alive. We do appreciate that, legitimately. I have got to tell you guys about something that I am mad at this week, and also at the same time grossed out by.
You mad at biscuits?
I'm technically, this is kind of biscuit adjacent. It's not directly about biscuits, because how can you be mad at biscuits? Biscuits are delicious.
So
I decided I'm not like to the point where we should put up a graphic about it, but I'm a little bit. No, I'm not that pissed. I'm not. How about like Parker's a little bit irritated? Oh, okay. But at the time, that's because there's distance between it now. At the time, I was pissed.
Right.
So my wife was like, "I'm hungry," and I was like, "Great, happens all the time." Cool story, right? She's like, "I would love something from Waffle House," and I was like, "Great, there are literally 50 of them within a stone's throw of where we live, because we're in the South, man. They're everywhere,
right?
And they're great usually." Well, I went to Waffle House, got her some shit to go because I was like, I don't partake of Waffle House that often, especially not during the daylight hours.
Right.
It's just a personal preference. It tastes better after 2 a.m. We all know that.
Yeah.
So, and when the Waffle House song is playing in the background, the song about hash browns and shit, and I love that song. So like, I was like, I'm just going to like not get that, and you can get that. That's fine. So go to this Waffle House, and it is, I have never been, this Waffle House is the closest one to my house. Never been there. Probably the one off
behind the Pizza Hut?
Fairview Street in Mountain Fen.
Yeah, I got
close to where we live. I don't want. Listen,
Mountain Men.
After what I experienced, I don't want them to know that I know where they are, because they're coming after my ass. Like, it was scary at times, and this was in the day. This was in the daytime, and like again, usually you're not supposed to be scared of things in the day. Like when the sun is out, is like there's no vampires. It's not that big.
No vampires, yeah.
Right. So I'm like, my biggest concern is usually a vampire, generally speaking, or a werewolf, also not out during the day.
Ghouls.
Right. Ghouls, goblins, not out. Yeah. Not yet.
Oh, if it's a daywalker.
Right. Well, that's more like a gay walker. Am I right?
He's still going to get you.
That's true. He's going to get me in a different way. Yeah. So I go to Waffle House. I order some shit to go. Like, not thinking anything of it. It's Waffle House. And I was like, and the lady's like, all right. So I got like a hash brown bowl and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, which are relatively cheap things. And my youngest son's like, Daddy, I want an orange juice. I'm like, sure, let's get you a $73 fucking orange juice. Why not? We're at Waffle House. And so I get him an orange juice. And I'm like, damn, this is expensive. Like, this is Waffle House came out to be way more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then I found out, I was looking at my receipt because I was bored. And so they charge you a 10% fee for takeout orders, like to compensate for the people. Right. Which I don't have a problem with that. I understand that. This is they're mostly tip based thing. Right. I get it. You're taking away time from other customers who would pay them more. No problem at all. Then on top of that, they charge me another 10% for takeout containers. So they charge me $1.80 for a takeout fee, and then another $1.80 for takeout containers, Fred. And that's where I got mad. I didn't say anything because I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah, you're passive.
Right. I'm that's why I brought it here. Thousands of people around the world. And the Waffle House corporate, if you're listening, which I know you do, Jerry.
Big Waffle House.
Jerry Waffle House, you bitch.
Jerry.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know his name. Dr. Dre. Dr. Andre Poison of Waffle House Incorporated. You motherfucker. But and he's like, whose house? Dre's house of waffles. Anyway, so nah, dude, I was just like, what the shit is this? This is like some schemery, because one of them was wrapped literally in a piece of tinfoil. And the other one had like the shittiest plastic box around it. And I'm like, they just charged me how much for this?
You should bring your own next time.
Right, that's what I'm going to do next time. That's what I'm going to bring a fucking
Chinese food
bottle of tinfoil. So I was like, I just won't go. What I'll do is I'll go and I'll order it in and then be like, can I get this to go?
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden I'm not hungry. And then just to follow the story up, I would not have been hungry anyway had I decided to eat there. Yeah. Because as I was like waiting on my food, this like alternate, it's going to sound bad. It's just be prepared. This is like alternate version. You ever see somebody and you're like, that could have been me there, but by the grace of God go I, right?
Right.
Like you see like a homeless person or someone who's just like fucked up, and you're like, that could be me. If some shit had gone a different way, there's no guarantee that couldn't have been me. And I think that's a great way to look at things. It shows compassion. It shows like, hey, you know what? I understand that life is but a series of twisted things that, it's all fate and bullshit. then you never know what the future could hold.
Yeah, you could be like
that. Being said,
alternate timelines.
Right. That being said, if this guy was ever the alternate version of me, I would kill myself because like I have a beard, right? Okay, go figure. He was a big guy. I'm a big guy. He's a little bigger than me, but I'm still a big guy. He had like a really big beard, and he was balding, and that's okay. And his hair was kind of longish, kind of scraggly-ish. He kind of looked like the guy from Too Many Cooks. The killer, if you're aware, but that in and of itself, no big deal. You can't help, you got what God gave you, no big deal.
Right.
What was more of a concern was that his clothes were very ill-fitting, which again, he's eating a lot of Waffle House. He had a bigger bill than I did, and I was buying Waffle House with 2 other people. And I was like, okay, again, maybe he's hungry guy. But like very sweat stained. He was not a homeless person.
Now, when you say ill-fitting, tight or loose?
Generally on us larger folk,
right?
They don't make them loose, friend.
Okay,
just say that it's a lot harder to find loose clothing than it is to find ridiculously tight clothing. So no, he was wearing a very tight shirt, very stained shirt, like sweat stain, like this was not the first day this shirt has been worn. But then, because wandering eyes do this, I was behind him. And I ventured down a little lower. I was like, "Don't be this, man." I was like, "Please don't be gross down there." And please
don't be gross down there.
I was like, "Please don't do this." Like, I can't eat. I'm so glad I didn't order anything. Lower. Gravity helped carry them down. Gravity is just and I'm like, I'm being sucked in. Shit, he's better than me. I can't do anything. His gravitational pull is defeating me. Oh, no. So, and I was also tired because it was the middle of the day. So, of course, my eyes were drooping. But I'm lazy, But nah, so I looked down and dude, this guy had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 layers, Fred, of poopy stains. Like circular. It was like the fucking
tree rings.
Rings of Saturn.
Tree rings. Like how many days he's had that underwear on.
Yeah, dude. And he had a belt on that was not put together. It was just flopping. The belt was just flopping. And dude, it was so gross. And then my young son was with me.
Now,
and
is this the guy cooking your food?
No. Oh God, no! I would have.
Oh, okay.
No, this was just a customer who happened to be in the Waffle House.
Oh, I thought you were looking behind the counter at the guy flipping eggs.
Oh, no, I don't get it. That guy could have been working there for 5 days straight, and I wouldn't have been surprised a bit. Right, that's okay. Honestly, that grosses me out less because I'm like, that dude's at work. Like he's just working. He wasn't digging in there with a spatula or anything, and that's fine. This guy, if he had a spatula, he would have dug in. I can promise.
The hot spatula.
So then all this, spatula of yuck. So long arm too, not a short because he couldn't get around. He had to come long spatulas.
Put some extra brown butter on these hash browns.
Oh, gosh. So and then so all that, and I was like, oh man. And my kid was with me, and the guy turns around, maybe he felt my eyes, my gaze, and he was like, "Hey there, little partner," and went to touch my son, and instinctively, I was like, "Whoa, nope!" I yanked his ass away, and I was like, "Have a good day, bud."
Give it my son.
I was like, "No, creepy ass motherfucker." So, and I was like, "Okay, well,
dirty underwear."
Yeah, I was like, "No,
man.
this is where that's what everything else. I don't care. The big trucks, the magnet flags and shit. I don't that." Does not bother me at Waffle House. That is expected, honestly.
Yeah, that's happening.
But that level of depravity and this is 10 o'clock in the morning. This isn't 3 a.m. 3 a.m., you know what? Even at 3 a.m., I'd be like, you know what? Let it slide. I'm going to let it slide. No. Because it's 3 a.m.
Long day at work.
Long day. This guy could have been wasted ass drunk, fell into several puddles, and each puddle dried a different color on his ass. And so it was just throughout the day. He just had a rough day, but I was like, this is early in the morning. And so, after that, I was like, that's what I told my wife. I was like, listen, this Waffle House is off limits. This Waffle House has pushed it too far.
That's my Waffle House too. Like if I go to Waffle House, that's the Waffle House I go
knew
to.
him. Like that's the thing is they knew this dude. Like it wasn't like
they
were grossed out by it because they're like, oh hey Terry, la la la, you're having good.
Hey,
Dirty John.
yeah. Like what's up, Stinker?
Here comes Stinky John.
We call him old Stinker.
Hey Terry,
you want Terry?
Type of guy that eats corned beef hash.
See, that's the problem. See, again, there but by the grace of God, I love corned beef. That corned beef hash. Corned beef hash is delicious, Fred.
But it looks like shit. But it looks like shit.
But not as much as those pants. Let me tell you that.
That was used corned beef hash.
That was previously on corned beef hash.
ABC.
Yeah, so I was like, we're done with this one.
Already been corned beef.
Already been hashed. This hash has been corned, I guarantee it. So yeah, needless to say, don't go to Waffle House in
disgusting
ever again. Yeah, it was super gross. It was super gross. And then the worst part was I'll wrap it up because it's kind of gross. It's a little food chain, sort of. So then on the way home, I'm like debating. I'm like, do I tell my wife and son, other son, who wanted this breakfast? Like, do I tell them about this guy before they eat or after they eat?
Not at all. Do I not tell them at all?
We'll see. No, I thought about not at all. No. This was too much. This was too many dollars worth of Waffle House for it not to get eaten. So I was like, you know what? This story is going to be really great about 5 minutes after they wrap it up. And that's exactly what happened. I even stuck a picture of the guy because I was like, no one will believe me.
That's the picture you sent us, right?
That is the picture I sent you guys. Yeah. And I wasn't. You saw the picture. I'm not exaggerating. I mean, if anything, I'm actually like lessening.
They got the back of that guy looked like when Danny DeVito played the Penguin in Batman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Not good. So if you're that guy and you're like our favorite listener, bro, you probably love this fucking show.
Yeah.
Then like, don't take it personal. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about another. No, just wash your clothes. You don't have to take a bath. Just wash your clothes.
Take a bath with your clothes on.
No, that's probably what happened. Then the stink just soaked into it. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, it was gross,
that's
man.
Terrible. That was
but I do have an update. For you guys. Not about this. Just an update about my life, Fred.
I thought you were going to say he lives with you now. What?
Yeah, right now he's my best friend. No, guess what, Fred?
Chicken butt. What?
They found the turtle.
Oh, they did?
Yep. We have a turtle. It's tiny. It's stupid. It got lost. Fred, the turtle lives in a world. The turtle's world is literally the size of like half of a trapper keeper. You know what a trapper keeper is. Yeah. So like literally a sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, folded in half widthwise. So it's about an 8.5 by 5.5 world that this turtle lives in.
Yeah.
And my wife called me in a panic last night. Like, we can't find the turtle. And I'm like,
somebody take it out of the tank? What?
Yeah, I'm like, you can't find the turtle. What are you talking about? You can't find the turtle. The turtle lives in a cage. And she's like, the turtle's gone. I'm like, it's literally the slowest animal on the earth. Where could it have gone? Like, where do you think it ran off to? It's the fucking slowest thing that exists.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a turtle in a cage.
A turtle in a very small cage. So I was like, well, just like look in the cage. And she's like, no, it's not in the cage. And I'm like, just look in the cage. Like it didn't get out. I've never seen the turtle move more than like 1.5 inches in like 3 months now. And like, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go update me on the turtle, I guess, or whatever. Ask the kids to help. And then like, 10 minutes later, she calls me back. She's like, we found the turtle. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. The turtle wasn't, I was pretty sure the turtle didn't make a run for it. Guess where the turtle was, Fred?
In the cage.
Where was the turtle?
Okay, let me explain. Let me give you the layout of this turtle's cage, okay? Half of it is water. Because, it's a turtle. The turtle's in water. So literally half of this, like half a sheet of paper, is water. The other half is a little area, probably the size of a quarter, for food. Like a little food bowl divot, right? Yeah. The other quarter of it is a plant that's not real.
Yeah.
And a collection of very, 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 very small rocks. Smaller than like kids should have near them because they'll stick them up there something.
Then the turtle like camouflage itself.
Well, I was like, did you look? That's what she said. I was like, did you look under the plant? And she's like, yes, we looked under the plant, honey. And I'm like, well, I mean, there's really not another place. Like, there's nowhere else. And she called me back. I'm like, so where was the turtle? She was like, it was under the rock. Under the rock, which was under the plant. I'm like, so the turtle was under the tiny ass fucking pebble rocks that we put in there. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, well, at least you found it.
So.
He could have. They're like pink and blue rocks, Fred.
Pink and blue.
That's why I was like, he became a fucking ninja turtle.
He's a chameleon turtle.
He became a ninja turtle and broke out. Him and his little rat buddy. Probably that one of my other kids brought home. Like, look, Daddy, I found Splinter. Like, just brought his ass home. Fucking ridiculous, man. That was So great news. The turtle is A-OK.
Turtle has been found today.
And the turtle will only last for 58 more years. Turtles live forever, Fred.
That's crazy. Yeah, man.
Turtles live.
That's crazy. I saw an article about a man whose wife bought a turtle. You know what I'm saying? Just for like, oh, this is shits and giggles. And like when they first got married 45 years ago, this is an old ass man now. And now he has a tortoise that he walks down the street.
Is it the turtle grew into a tortoise?
Yes. The turtle grew into a tortoise.
I'm hoping mine turns into a war turtle.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna evolve to a Blastoise, motherfucker. Ah!
Start blasting people.
Like if he gets lost enough and we search hard enough, he'll evolve into a Blastoise.
Yeah.
And we can fight. We can use him to fight.
You're right.
No, dude, that's crazy.
That rat turns into a Pikachu.
Yeah, finally electric. I'm like, oh, it shocked me. No, dude. Like, when they got this turtle, and I get it. My wife's like, what do you call it? Rescued it from like this abandoned house or whatever. Like, turtle need a rescue.
It's like a wild turtle.
No, it's not. It's like this big, dude. It's a fucking little ass turtle. It's like show me the name. It's like the red-eyed green turtle or some shit like that. It's got like reddish areas.
Let me put it on a golf tee and hit it with a driver.
See, I also can't do that.
Where it goes.
That's where the problem is like I want to hate
turtle soup.
It wouldn't even be like an eighth of a shot of turtle soup. There's not enough turtles for the soup. So that's what I was like. I hate it and I want to destroy it, but like, you can't destroy the turtle. It's a baby turtle, and I don't even know. It could be 50 fucking years old already. I have no idea.
Super glue a bottle rocket to its back.
I will never do that.
You know that's right. I can't have
enemies. Turtles don't have birth certificates. That's right.
Yeah, in other words, turtles. Yeah, there's no animal that messes with the turtle. The turtle.
Really?
No, my cat won't even fuck with it. My cat usually likes to like fuck with it. We had a lizard at one point, and this was a wild lizard that they caught and put in a cage. My kids did, and the cat. And now listen, I do not
colonizers.
Oh, dude, I know where they get it. I know where they get it, Fred. Just as carried on the family tradition. So. But no, so like they found this fucking lizard and they put it in a cage and like they're like, this is our lizard. It's great. It's a lizard. I'm like, whatever, it's a lizard. And so one day the cat, because the cat is a jerk, the cat slapped the turtle cage off the counter that it was, or the lizard cage off the counter, and then attacked and destroyed the lizard. Like just straight murdered the lizard. Yeah, and I was like, oh, see, this is why we can't have nice things. And the cat's still here. The cat's just hanging out.
Cat's like, I run Sailboat Pete.
Oh, yeah, no, the cat's like, who run Border Town?
I run Border Town.
Mittens Blaster. His name is Kitten Mittens, which is a great name for a cat. So, all right, well, we're going to take a quick break. Who run Border Town? Who run Dirtyville? Shit show. Who runs Stinky House? Me. So, but yeah, he is scared of the turtle. I don't get it. I guess because he has a victim
louder.
He's like, scream it louder. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Mittens. My wife gets mad at me because I yell at the cat to shut up. And the cat doesn't really say anything. But I feel like the cat always like follows me around like, what's up, man? What's up, dog? He would be such a good drug dealer because, like, if you were trying to quit drugs, he's like always around.
Right.
So, like, you'd be like, yeah, today I'm gonna quit drugs. He's like, what's up, dog? I'm right beside you. Like,
you got that dip.
yeah, he's like, what's up, dip? It's fresh.
First one's free.
So, I do get him catnip though. Like,
do you really?
Yeah, dude.
How does that affect? I've never really seen that.
So I think he's developed a tolerance for it. Like the first time, like this sounds weird, but the first time I got it because I was like, I've never experienced. Like I don't know.
Right,
Same thing. I was like, I don't know. I heard it was like weed for cats.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I gotta know.
Yeah.
I gotta get this cat stoked on.
It's legal. So.
And the first time he had it, he got fucking baked. Like he was like laying. I'm not even kidding. He was like laying on the counter and his eyes were like rolled back in his head and his arms were just like twitching. And I was like, this cat's gonna die. And then I'd like Mittens. And like a minute later, he'd be like, fuck, like, who called my name? And like, oh dude, I wish I had a video of it. Yeah, because it really was. He was just like, whoa. Okay. Well, I backed his leg. Oh dude, I was like, this is awesome. Like that was the best thing. That was the only thing that was entertaining to me about this cat. I hate this cat so much. Also, cats live for like 25 years, just so you know.
Yep.
Yeah, great. Dogs, best animal there is. Dogs live like in a minute and a half. So, great. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with less, hopefully, turtle talk, unless the turtle goes missing during the break. Then we'll never find him anywhere within a 3-inch radius. We'll be right back.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Back to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast, episode number 109. We're partying. We're farting. It's go time, ladies and gentlemen. It's been months or weeks, who's counting, since we've done this. Your favorite segment. It's Fredline News.
Dun, dun, dun. Brought to you by Bang Bros. Got a bro? Like the bang? Bang Bros. Like a.
See, look at that. He's embracing it. He's embracing the sponsor. I appreciate it. Embracing it like two bros.
Fredline News. A 3-legged bear breaks into a Florida home and drinks all the homeowners' Whiteclaws.
I feel like that's made up story. Keep telling, but
what
it
did
sounds
he drink?
made up as shit.
All the homeowners' Whiteclaws.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
If you're a white woman, you like to get drunk, but don't like all the calories. Whiteclaw.
I figured they drink wine if they're white.
A bear?
No,
it wasn't a white bear.
That was a white lady. I mean,
it was a brown bear, so I'm surprised it didn't get the crown royal.
There you go.
It's at any white person's house, and the wife has wine.
So evidently a 3-legged bear, locally known as Tripod, was caught on camera breaking into a home in the Lake Murray, Florida area, helping itself over to some snacks and adult beverages. The homeowner found out she had a thirsty, uninvited guest when she got a notification on a security camera about 5 p.m. She wasn't at home, but her son, her 13-year-old son, and her dog was.
Damn.
Like
I feel like the kid drank the claws. And was like, a bear did it.
Had a buddy dressed like a bear.
He's in that bear costume. He's that fun bear costume.
Yeah.
They bought it off a Temu, so it was 3 instead of 4.
Yeah, one of the arms were so shut. So he couldn't get his arm in there.
Put the dog in one of them and it just ran around in circles. That's his tail.
The son
were they okay?
Yes, everybody was okay. Like the son realized that the bear was in the house after the dog started barking, and he freaked out when he saw the bear open up the refrigerator. So
that's what he the bear in the house. He's like, whatever.
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, shit, balls.
He said, "Oh God, I've never been this close to a bear."
There's peanut butter in there. Shit.
Which offended like all the heavily overweight gay men.
Yeah, they're like, oh, really?
Whoa,
dramatic.
Yep. He said that he had some fish food that was left next to the refrigerator, and then he opened up and bit into the cans of Whiteclaw. They're saying that mango and strawberry was his favorite flavors.
Oh, Jesus.
Good to know. Good to know.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So it could have been the other kind of bear.
The kid better be glad it wasn't a 5-legged bear.
That's right.
That'd have been a whole other story.
Yeah, that would have been that could have been the same story, really, and it's just a little bit different. That could have been why they called him tripod. 5-legged bear named tripod.
That was funny in high school, yeah.
Right, exactly. So, well, I'm glad everybody's okay. I'm glad the bear got a little drunk. How many beers do you think it takes to get a bear drunk?
I don't know. I mean,
or how many White Claws, which are not technically beer?
Yeah, they're pretty like stout though. I think they're like 6%. I think like 6%. I mean,
let's find out. 5% alcohol by volume.
5%. Oh, that's the same Bud Light, dude.
So let me look. Yeah. How many White Claws?
It's gonna take at least 2 cases, man.
Yeah, I was a bear. Yeah.
Get a bear drunk.
I don't know, but because they don't have thumbs, so they can't open them. So they gotta like shotgun them.
It says like 8 or 9.
Weak ass bear.
Yeah, this is a small bear, 8 or 9, because it's like the same size as a human.
He goes home and beats his wife.
And it is Florida.
Yeah, it is Florida.
And that's the thing is the poor 13-year-old's like, this is not the weirdest thing I've seen here.
Yeah.
Like,
today, it's not the weirdest thing I've seen today.
Yeah, I seen.
Mom's like, you okay? He's like, I mean,
I seen the thing in Florida about an old man with a pan, and I guess a crocodile or alligator was coming in the yard. And
he hit it with the frying pan. I think he was trying to get to the dog, right?
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
That's crazy. People will defend. That is a white person thing too. A white person will defend its dog, his or her dog, to the death over against any animal.
Yeah,
anyone else is like, my dog. See ya.
Yeah.
No.
Dog gotta go.
All right,
it's like we got another one.
Fredline news number 3.
We gotta move. All right, so we're gonna stay in Florida.
Of course,
since we're in Florida already.
I hope this is another animal story.
It is not. Well, this woman could be said to be an animal.
Fredline news.
A mother in Florida has been charged with allegedly attempting to hire a hitman to murder her. Could you want to guess?
Daughter.
That's right. Her son, Allan. Her giraffe.
Her son, Allan. Oh no!
I didn't know what it was. I was getting into.
Why would I buy a giraffe? I live in Florida. Who knew it was legal to buy a giraffe?
Her 3-year-old son.
3-year-old son?
A 3-year-old
I was thinking like 43-year-old son. Like he won't leave the basement
the house.
except to go to Waffle House and stand in front of Matt Parker and fuck with him with his fucking soiled pants.
Yes, so 2 individuals are facing charges in connections with allegedly murder plot against the mother attempting to hire a hitman through an online parody website to kill her 3-year-old son.
Through a parenting website?
Parody.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So this lady's only 18-year-old. She was apprehended after she made a request on rentahitman.com.
Sure.
Huh?
You rent them.
You buy them, generally speaking.
You rent them.
Don't want a hitman for the whole night? Rent a hitman for 3 hours
You just rent them.
on Bang Bros.
Seeking to have her son eliminated as outlined in the arrest warrant. So stupid.
How? Did she have like a preference of how?
It does not say. She says that according to the affidavit, she established predetermined code phrase for the prospective contract killer, which was "Put me in, coach."
Jesus. Why? And the kid is 3.
Let's go. Like he's gonna.
Like my whole thing is like, how much scheming did you have to do? It's a 3-year-old kid. If you just leave it alone, it will go kill itself.
Yeah, he'll die on its own, man. I mean,
Put it in the backyard. Alligator will get to it.
Right. Like, oh, we were playing in the park and I didn't notice that it ran off. Come on. I'm not saying do that. As a matter of fact, I am specifically saying do not do that.
Don't do that.
Let me clear that up for anybody who's questioning
Don't do that.
Don't kill kids, Allan.
Even
if you did just now start a Rent a Hitman account while we were doing this.
The website creator notified Miami-Dade police, and they set up a sting operation where a law enforcement officer assumed the role of the potential hitman during a text exchange, agreeing to a payment of $3,000 for the task. So $1,000 per year.
If you have $3,000, just get some child care.
Yeah, just take care of the kid.
Yeah.
Take care of the kid.
Hire a babysitter.
To kill the kid. Yeah,
hire a babysitter who's younger than you are. If she's 18,
that's right.
Hire a 15-year-old babysitter and be like, "I'll be back in 3 days." You don't have to worry about the kid anymore.
Yeah, let this baby stay at your house.
Kid's gonna be dead. The kid's gonna be dead.
3 years old and she's 18, so she had him when she was fucking 15,
right.
16.
It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm glad that justice was served.
It was.
Yes.
Well,
how much jail time did she get a lot of time?
I guess this is recent. She hasn't.
Okay.
She hadn't.
Now, was she be tried as an adult?
Well, she's 18.
Oh yeah, she's 18.
18. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's 18.
I can't type this in. I'm gonna have to type it now. How
That's
long?
I mean, that's crazy.
Jail
Why would you do
sentence.
that? You could just get it for adoption.
For attempting to hire a hitman.
Yeah.
10 years.
10 years?
It says the penalties for murder for hire vary greatly depending on the facts of the case, from as little as no jail to 10 years if no injury or death occurs. So by the time she gets out, the 13-year-old will hire a hitman.
Yeah. She's going to kill him herself. He lives in Florida.
Yeah.
He's just killing himself. Pretty sure, being through the system in Florida is he's not going to turn out to be a great kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like the term hitman is sexist.
Hit person.
Yeah, come on. All right, Fredline news. Fredline number 3. If there is.
3. I got to. So, a family who went off the grid in Colorado wilderness of malnutrition.
Really?
Which, I mean, that was just
shocking. Shocking news of the week.
2 sisters, 41 and 42.
Oh.
And it's so sad. One of them's 14-year-old son were discovered in July in a rural campground. Evidently, they told other family members that they were going to go live off the grid.
At a rural campground.
In Colorado. They said they were going to forage for their own food and just make it off the grid.
When are they not going to realize we're all pussies and we can't do that shit?
Dude, right? I say that shit too, man. I blew up the grid and then I watch one of those videos of those dudes digging a pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the jungle.
No, I would go do that. That's a great job.
You can't do that.
No, I didn't. Maybe not the first time.
I would like let them do it and then be like, hey, this is cool.
And then can I live in this weird fucking pool you made? You know the truth about those though? That's like some dude's property. They just build that shit on this dude's property and then just leave it abandoned to die. Like that's their whole channel. Is they like that. Yeah, but what they don't show is they also have bulldozers and shit that are out there.
Do they?
Apparently, it's
just
a scam.
saw them chucking away, chuck.
Yeah, and then
bring the bulldozer in.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, nighttime bulldozer, let's go. You know, it's like and they do like some camping.
I knew it had to be something because I know them dudes ain't.
Because I was like,
why
they do that with the stick?
That's a fucking lie, man.
And
then like to just pick up all that dirt and throw it. It would take years.
Yeah,
it would take years to do all that shit.
Totally agree.
I knew that shit was fucking fake.
Still watching.
It's still interesting to watch. It is very interesting.
I don't care.
It's still. I mean, a little bit of work that they. No, I shouldn't say a little bit.
No, it's still a lot.
No,
it's not like
they still put in work. You know what I mean?
It's not like they don't do anything. What about the part where they're like, oh, we should paint this red. Let's go fight some ants. And get dirt from the ant. Like, it's so weird. And they're like, I just killed 50 hornets. Now I can paint this white. And I'm like, what
and then they have to like go 1,000 yards
to get some water.
To get the water and make the water flow back to the pool to fill it up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow.
And I'm like, see, that's what grosses me out is I'm like, how long is that pool like acceptable? Because like after a day,
it's got
that water's nasty as shit.
Yeah, it's gotta be muddy as shit.
Yeah.
All that shit softens up. You're in there swimming around and the walls cave in on you.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck in quicksand and you're dead.
It's like, this was bound to happen. Shouldn't have hired the native builders to build my fucking pool. Here we go again. They probably live in Florida.
Right. Yeah, they told their family, back to the story, they told their family they would live off the grid last year and then apparently died of, and they
7
just
hours
found
later.
Yeah, they fucking died of hypothermia and malnutrition.
Damn.
They said when the 14-year-old, his body was found, he weighed only 40 pounds.
Damn.
40 fucking pounds, dude.
I will say
average weight of before that age is 112. Dude, like, why would you think you could do that? Especially if you don't have no skills.
People are stupid.
Man. Watch too much YouTube.
Yeah, people think they can do anything. That's what like boggles my mind.
Yeah,
it's like I know, and this is what I try to explain to my kid. Like, because my son is a pretty smart kid, and because of that, he has a lot. He like questions himself a lot, which is a sign of intelligence. Is like second guessing, questioning. Yeah, and he's like, Dad, like I don't understand how people like just do stuff, and I'm like, because son, when you're dumb, you don't know any better,
right?
Like you think, like so, and this is not to call anybody specifically out. A relative of my wife's is like, no, and it's not like anybody who really hangs out. Is like he's not an attractive gentleman. He's not a tall gentleman. He's not an in shape gentleman, but he has got the confidence like no one else is getting. And he happens to work at maybe at a large, let's call it a large chain store that you could probably find in almost any town in America.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude pulls tail. Now, keep in mind, it's large chain store tail.
Yeah.
And if you know what I'm talking about, if you have an idea of what I'm talking about, it's very blue.
If I fuck 5 twos, that's a 10.
That's a 10. No, he can't count. So he's like, that's like a 12. So, but yeah, so he's like, he's pulling tail left and right. He's almost gotten married into like 7 different, let's call it what it is, Walmart ladies.
Walmart marriages.
Like, oh yeah, dude, all the time. He's like, yeah, I'm engaged. I'm like, what's your name? He's like, Crystal. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh,
or like Wendy. It's always like Wendy or Crystal or Jamie. It's one of those names. No offense to any of those people's names.
Her name is Crystal Beth.
I love her. I always will. Yeah, Crystal Beth.
Crystal Beth.
I love her.
And she loved me too. And then an hour later, they're like, well, it didn't work out.
We got married at the toilet paper aisle of Walmart.
So we got married at Waffle House in Fountain Inn. It was the goddamn beautiful.
Oh, my
that fat guy did the ceremony. I told him wear his nicest
meat department.
15 pairs of pants. So, no, dude, but yeah, he's got like mad confidence and like he's always and I'm like, dude, I said, well, that's the thing is like, that's the curse.
I knew a guy like that, man. I knew a guy like that. He would always like talk. He would always talk pimpish, like redheaded white dude, like had the confidence of like, you know, Fabio or somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he would always talk about the girls that he's got. He said it, and I believed him. Said he had like 3-4 women at a time, you know, and one would leave the house and I'd put one under the bed and she was cool with it, you know, or some stupid shit like that. And then he started showing pictures of them. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. Exactly. I see why.
Any port in the store, right, guys?
Yep. I see why now, man.
But that's the thing. If you don't have standards.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You're good to go, man.
You don't have standards, man. Yeah. You can get anything you want, man. Anything you want.
Not a problem.
Oh, we got time for one more?
Of course we have time for one more, friend.
Okay. All right. Well, this one's crazy. So, and y'all might have seen this if you're on the YouTube.
By Bang Bros.
Or the
Bang Bros.
Bang Bros. A pilot dies in a gender reveal. You seen this?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I did see it. In the ricketiest plane I've ever seen in my life.
Right. He crop dusted these people in a gender reveal and tried to bank too hard, and the goddamn wing fell apart. Yeah,
like,
it looked like one of those.
It was a paper mache plane or something.
You remember those styrofoam planes? That's what it fell apart like, man. The wings.
I thought it was a remote control plane at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a remote control. That can't be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he died. That sucks.
Yeah, he did die, man. He and it was crazy because like after he flew over, you know, you see him. You see the cameraman pan up to the plane, and the wing fall off, and then he goes back. He puts the camera right back on the couple who's like,
girl, nobody paid attention.
Girl.
You hear the people, they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
And, that was in Mexico. That was in San Pedro, Mexico.
Sure.
San Pedro, Mexico. And the plane was a Piper PA 25-235. Allan, you know planes.
The traditional plane.
Actually, I shouldn't have done that. But
say what?
That should have happened, but it did.
Now get the Piper G145. Everyone loves it for their gender reveal. Got a gender reveal coming up? Piper planes.
Yeah. Yeah, the 32-year-old pilot was lining the wreckage of the plane before he was rushed to the hospital where he died.
Damn. Later succumbed to
the tragedy has gone viral, with viewers have mixed reviews.
I mean,
how is it mixed reviews? What is the mixed review?
Well,
great gender reveal.
They're talking about.
Great job, guys.
I mean, before it used to be people. Like, I don't understand gender reveal.
Popped
before
the balloon.
It was an X-ray, the picture. It'd be like, look, it's got a dick. Yeah. You know, now it's all elaborate and shit.
For our daughter, for our kid, we popped the balloon. We were like, that's pink. All right. And that was it. And then for the last one, we didn't bother.
No?
Because we were over it. No, we were over it.
Yeah, he's just over it. Yeah.
I was like, what is it? And she's like, oh, it's a boy. I was like, cool, boy. I called like three, like, it's a boy. Let's go.
It's a boy.
We already have stuff. Hang out.
Bob, we had a baby. It's a boy.
Yeah, Bob, we had a baby. It's a boy.
It's a
boy. Something that our kids will never know. Black call.
So, but they were saying people on the internet are like, why do they have to do such extreme gender reveals, lady? Why can't they just settle for something simple? Or it looks like an overstressed aircraft. I wonder if he was above safe maneuvering speeds.
Well, absolutely not.
Right.
You can't do a gender reveal slow, Fred.
No.
It's balls to the
wall. They were saying in 2021, California's couple's gender reveal began a wildfire which scorched 7,000 acres of land.
That huge wildfire was caused by a gender reveal. Yeah.
Gender reveal, man. And they said that they had to pay for it. It was
they should.
It was like millions of dollars worth of damage, and they had to pay for this. They should have to pay for it.
Kids are expensive.
The one in Canada was
That's a great lesson.
Kids are expensive.
It's a great lesson, dumbasses. But you said what was a gender reveal, Allan?
They said that the one in Canada also was a gender reveal.
Yeah,
Really?
I think I heard that. Yeah.
No, those were space lasers.
Yeah, as long as you don't have a blue roof.
No, Hawaii. That's right. I'm sorry. It's Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii was space lasers.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people who believe that, and
Yeah.
I just don't. And they're like,
Yeah,
you look at the blue roof.
They may be space lasers out there, but I don't think it happened in Hawaii.
Like, who would? Oh, Jesus. Who would do that? Who's like, space laser time, finally, Hawaii. It's
China.
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 China. And then, yeah, it's funny. I saw the next level of that because they were like, look in China. Some people have blue roofs too. And I was like, oh, shit, it's real.
Telling you, it's real, bro. Could be.
It's real. It's real to me, damn it.
It could be.
Still real to me.
So,
all right, don't gender reveal.
Got one more.
Oh, keep going, baby. We got all the time.
Okay, I got. Well, all right.
How many more do you have, Fred? If it's more than
I got two more. I got two.
We'll take two.
All right.
We'll take two.
We'll take two. Okay. So, a Finnish man. Finnish. So he's from Finland.
If you like China, go to bangbros.com.
And you can find all the Finnish men you want.
All the blue waffle roofs you can think of.
They finish inside, outside.
That's right. Any way you like finish. If you like finishing, men finishing, Bang Bros.
Bang Bros.
All right,
a Finnish man plays 26.5 pounds of dynamite in his friend's vehicle and claims it was just a joke.
His friend, he ain't no friend, man.
It's just a prank, bro.
That's so fucking crazy. Yeah, the dude. He put 26.5 pounds of dynamite in two cars belonging to a friend, saying it was a joke. The owner of the two cars didn't see his funny and informed the police, who briefly detained the potential prankster. He was injury free, but remains a suspect. Yeah.
A suspect of what?
But what's the end game? Was he going to explode his friend?
No, I think he was just like freaking him out. You know what I'm saying?
So he was going to do the thing where he like called and was like, "Hey, my guy's a terrorist. He has 13 pounds of dynamite and two cars on his vehicle." Oh man.
Well, maybe. No, the guy whose cars it wasn't
right.
Like he called the police on.
That's what I'm saying. But the guy who put it in there was going to call the police and be like, "My friend."
Not a joke. That is not a fucking joke.
Terrorism is not a joke.
Hell no. You know.
I did make that joke. I did make that joke when I was 12 years old when we were going on an airplane.
Yep.
My buddy Matt. And this was way before 9/11.
9/11.
So yeah, I was like, hey, I'd already gone through security, and security was way laxer back then. Mm-hmm. And my buddy was behind me, Matt. If you're listening to what you told me yesterday, you do not. So fuck you. I did mention, I was like, I said I'm going to do a segment called "Fuck You, Matt," and that's it. Fuck you, Matt. Put that on the fucking thing. So, but yeah, I got through, and I was like, "Hey, Matt, hope they don't find the bomb in your backpack."
Oh my God!
The lady like looked at me, and she's like, "We do not joke like that, sir."
No,
and she had the look that my wife gives me now, and I'm like, "Oh, never mind, my bad." And I've never made a joke since. So thank you. Fuck you, Matt.
Yeah, that's
tweet the show. Hashtag fuck you, Matt. Anyway, so yeah. Well, that's a very cruel prank to play on your friend.
That is very, very cruel, man.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's funny at all.
Kind of funny though. A little funny.
That is a little bit funny, but like,
a little funny. Like, that's the only problem.
Funny because it didn't happen to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Funny because it didn't explode and kill
It
him.
didn't happen to us.
It didn't explode, kill anybody.
Nobody got hurt.
I could see what he was going with. You know what I'm saying? I could see like where the intent was, but
you know what it was,
no.
Fred?
What's that?
They had a prank war, and he was determined to finish it. Get it?
Got it.
Because he's from Finland. He's like, I will finish the prank war. I put the dynamite in the pipes.
Exploding in the tailpipes.
Stan will never see it coming.
Now follow for the banana in the tailpipe.
No, you will not.
How about the dynamite in the trunk?
13 sticks of dynamite in the tailpipe. Classic Finnish prank.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Bang Bros number 5.
Number 5 and finale.
It's a big
star of
finish.
that 70s show, Danny Masterson.
He's dead.
Was sentenced to 30 years today. No, he's not.
Now.
He's about to be.
What did he do? Oh, you're going to tell us probably.
Yeah. For raping 2 women more than 2 decades ago at his Hollywood Hills home. So apparently he raped 2 women.
Oh, what a closer, Fred. I said money shot right before this happened. And I really wish I wouldn't have. I wish I would not have said that.
I don't understand, man. You can go, especially in LA, you can go get a nice looking hooker.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's it, man.
I'm pretty sure this wasn't like, I mean, I guess you could say rape is rape, but I'm pretty sure this wasn't like, ski bass, knife to her throat. You know what I'm saying?
The fun kind of rape.
This is, it's the light rape. He's rape light.
light rape.
Okay.
It's rape light. So, I don't know the particular.
It was a goofy rape, Allan.
It was an accidental rape. It's a Harvard rape. It's
there
like
the old California prank rape.
Yeah, California rape.
California
Bill Cosby type.
Classic
Bill
prank.
Cosby type.
Classic California prank.
Yeah, it's a Cosby rape. Where he probably slipped something there, some drunk girls or something.
Okay, it is not funny.
No, it's not.
Let me just say that now that I've already joked like 7 times. Well, it was a prank. It was a prank, bro. Just a prank. But no, so he obviously did things to these ladies that they did not want him to do.
Right.
And so now he's got 30 years.
30 years.
No, he said 30 years. Whew.
That's it.
Well, you know what? Fuck him. He played, who did he play on the 70s show? He was Hyde?
Hyde, yeah.
Could have done a better job hiding.
Yeah.
Should have been hiding them breaks.
Should have been hiding on Epstein Island.
Right. Fred, that's 2 weeks in a row with Epstein Island jokes, by the way. Just counting. Maybe 3.
He thought the jokes were going to die with him.
No, wrong again. Fred's bringing them back.
There you go.
Fred's bringing them back like they... Jesus. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. Fred's bringing them back like he realized they were 19 years old. He's like, oh, back to the mainland.
Oh, back to the mainland with you. She's like, thank God.
She's like, oh, got out of that one, fake ID. All right.
Yeah. So, yep, that's all I got for.
That's Fredline News, sponsored by Bang Bros. I like that you really were like I'm gonna have some like funny ones, and then let's just end it on a nice hard rape. Double rape.
Yeah, that's double, triple thing.
Even if you'd have flipped it where the Finnish guy was the last one, I feel like you would have had a much better tone at the end.
He's a Scientologist too, by the way. So,
well, there you go. That's all you need.
Double fuck.
That's what we need. That's what we were missing. Is
double
try it again, Allan. Do the beginning where you talk about like what happened to him, and then let's just see what if this is better. If it's later.
Yeah. Danny Masterson today was sentenced to 30 years in prison for rape.
It does work. It shouldn't work, but it does work.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I can't believe it. Well, that's great. So, hooray for him. Well, I'm glad he got. I will say, I'm glad that obviously he did something bad. Yeah. I'm glad that 20 years was not too long for him to get what he deserved.
Yeah.
I will not. Right. As a protest, I will continue to not watch that 70s show.
I thought that was a statute of limitations on rape.
I don't know.
Oh, it's 5 years.
Why have you looked that up?
I guess not. No, I watch a lot of SVU.
Sure.
I mean,
if you watch enough SVU, you know there's
4 years and 9 months. We got to get this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah. 3 days left to solve this rape.
Yeah.
And turns out it was this guy who we've never seen on this show before. Again. Couldn't have been
No, it's
Skeety.
the guy from the beginning of the show.
Right, the guy who we opened the show with, who was like, I don't even know. I don't even know those rape girls in the. I'm Hyde from that '70s show.
I think he has been on SVU too.
Yeah, they're like, he doesn't. That show doesn't exist in this universe. This is a CBS thing or NBC.
ABC.
It's an NBC pilot. What do they call it? Not pilot. There's something they call it.
That's the pilot, the first episode.
Yeah, but there's like I can't think. It doesn't matter.
There you go.
Anyway, so yeah, all right. Well, I got one last thing, and then we'll get out of here for the week.
All right,
everybody. Again, thank you very much for listening. Sorry for burping just now. I hope you enjoyed that.
Nasty.
I have something really stupid, Fred, and you're gonna love it. Nope, stupider than that fart. Fred, this week my vacuum broke. And I realized something.
That sucks.
This is Matt's Musings. And I realized, Fred, exactly. When a vacuum breaks, it sucks. And when a vacuum doesn't break, it still sucks. So that is my terrible musing of the week. That might start being a thing.
Thank you, Allan.
No, they loved it.
Turn that shit up a little bit.
Well, and literally what I wrote, thank you, Allan. What I wrote was, when a vacuum doesn't suck, it sucks. So
see, that was the one.
That's better. Better. I should have gone with that. Should have gone with that one. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with a brand new episode. God knows what it's going to be. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I'll see you later.
BLs don't rape people. BL statute of limitations.
Oh, good night, everybody.
Yeah, we got nothing. Good night, everybody.
BL statute of limitations.
BLSBU.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the men's side.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, what a day. What a motherfucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.